Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the previous year question paper of zoology of HPSC Assistant Professor of 2016. So the first question is, which one of the following interaction play a major role in the stabilizing BDNA? So the options are hydrogen bond, hydrophobic interaction, van der Waal interaction, and the ionic interaction. So among these, actually all these four play role, all these interactions play role in stabilizing the VDNA. But among these, hydrogen bond is the major force responsible for this VDNA stability. So we know, all of us know that there are two hydrogen bonds present between A and T, and there are three hydrogen bonds present between the G and C. So answer is A. Next question is, Henderson-Hasselbalch equation can be represented as, so the correct representation among these is A, pH is equals to pKa plus log of acid by salt. So next question is, the peptide bond is rigid because it is a partial double bond. So we all know the peptide bond is CONH. So the double bond present over here, this pair actually resonates. So the structure of the double bond is actually like this, and this is why it restrict the movement of the bonds atom around these bonds. So the nature of the peptide bond is partial double bond. Answer is B. The next question is, the angle between two long helical arms of tRNAs. So if we see the 3D structure, the 3D structure is L shaped, and that's why the angle between the two arms is 90 degree. Next question is, what is the relationship between hydrophobic interaction and temperature? So hydrophobic interaction, as the temperature increases, it first increases to a certain point and then start declining. So the correct answer will be A. Next question is, which of the following equation represent reciprocal of Michaelis maintenance equation? So if we say Michaelis maintenance equation, the Michaelis maintenance equation is V max S by Km plus S. So this is Michaelis-Menten equation, and in question it is actually asked the reciprocal of it. So the reciprocal will be 1 by V Km plus S V max S. The answer will be A. The next question is, active site of all serine proteases consist of, so all serine the serine proteases, they have serine as at the active site, and they have these triad in their active site: serine, histidine, and aspartate. Next question is, in pyruvic acid, number of carbon atoms are, so pyruvic acid is actually a 3 carbon molecule. Next question is, Krebs cycle is an amphibolic pathway. It is completed in, so answer here will be 9 steps. Cell cycle is controlled by, so during cell cycle there is a the there is a change in the concentration of cycling. So this is right. There is change in concentration of CDK. So CDK, the level of CDK are nearly constant. So and this there is a change in the concentration of cyclin, which change the activity of the CDK, and that's why there is a formation of the cyclin CDK complex. Cyclin CDK complex. So cyclin regulate the activity of CDK. CDK, as the name suggests, cyclin dependent kinases. So they are dependent on cyclin for their activation, and the level of cyclin changes during the different phases of cell cycle, and they regulate the activity of CDKs, and CDKs in turn regulate the activity of different proteins and factors. So there is a change in the concentration of cyclin, this is right, and there is a change in the activity of CDK. So this will be right. So answer will be B and D. So correct answer is C. Now the next question is Balbany rings are sites of. So mm, in during replication of oocytes there are left brush chromosome scenes, and they're seen that there is an this Balbany puffs are formed. So they are because there is a requirement of high protein synthesis. So for proteins, they represent RNA. They are the sites of RNA and protein synthesis. Next question is which of the following does not occur during mitosis? So condensation of chromosome, it takes place during the prophase. Replication of the DNA, it takes place during the S phase, and spindle formation, that takes place in the mitotic phase. Separation of the sister chromatids, it does not take place during mitosis. So correct answer will be C. Separation of sister chromatid takes place during meiosis 2. Next question is phosphatidylserine, an important component of biological membrane, is located in. So there are different types of lipid, and they have their location in the outer and inner leaflet varies. So phosphatidylserine is mostly located on the inner leaflet of the bilayer, but it flip flops to the outer leaflet under specific conditions. So the next question is which of the following protein are involved in binary fission as well as eukaryotic mitotic division? So the answer will be actin and the tubulin. Next question is which stage of cell cycle DNA replication occurs? So during this DNA replication takes place during the S phase. G1 and G2, they are the interphase, and the M phase is the is the mitotic phase where the chromosomes are separated. So the during the S phase DNA replication takes place. Presence of an internal ribosome entry site in mRNA. So beside the default ribosomal site, there is an internal ribosomal entry sites present in some eukaryotic mRNA, and it promotes its translation under adverse conditions. Next question is during protein synthesis in prokaryotes, the peptidyl transferase activity is required for peptide bond formation. This is due to a ribosomal protein L26, 16x ribosomal RNA, 23S ribosomal RNA, or amino acid RNA. So it is due to the 23S ribosomal RNA of the large subunit. Next question is during DNA replication in E. coli, RNA primers are synthesized by. So RNA primer are synthesized by primase, which is DNA G. Next question is which of the following proteins are not a component of the replication fork complex? So primase, helicase, and the DNA polymerase, all these are the part of the replication fork. This ligase is not part of the replication. Next question, which of the following is also called the suicide enzyme? So DNA phosphorylase, O6 alkyl guanine transferase, DNA glycosylase, all these takes part in DNA repair mechanism. So exonuclease, which will remove nucleotide from the end. So exonuclease is the suicide enzyme. Next question is in three-dimensional molecule view, the molecule of tRNA is. So if the tertiary structure, that is three-dimensional view, is L-shaped. If we talk about the secondary structure, that is the clover leaf-like structure. Next question is lac operin in E. coli is. So the options are I gene, promoter gene, beta galactosidases, and lactose. So here the answer will be lactose. The actual inducer is actually allolactose, which is an analog of lactose. Next question is, most of the mutations options are harmful and dominant, beneficial and dominant, harmful and dominant, recessive and dominant. So the most of the mutations are recessive in nature, because there will always be a wild type allele present if there is a mutation in one gene. So it will suppress the effect of mutation. So most of the mutations are recessive in nature, and they could be either harmful, neutral in their effect, they may not show any effect, or they may be beneficial. It is very rare that they are beneficial. So answer will be harmful and recessive. The experimental organism in the study of DNA replication has been E. coli, Neurospora crassa, pneumococcus, or Drosophila melanogaster. So answer will be A. E. coli. Which of the following is a mismatch? So GTP hydrolysis, RAS is a GTPase protein. It is involved in GTP hydrolysis. Its activity is monitored by GTP and GTP switch. Increase in cytosolic calcium related to IP3 signaling. Crab phosphorylation, protein kinase A. All these three are right. Diacylglycerol synthesis. So this is actually a mismatch. Diacylglycerol synthesis, that is catalyzed by phospholipase C. So this is a mismatch. Next question is, the membrane of mature B cells have, so both IgG, IgM, IgG and IgD, IgM and IgE, IgM and IgD. So answer is both IgM and IgD. Next question is, lens formation requires sequential events whereby the anterior neural plate signals the anterior ectoderm to promote secretion of PAC6, which renders the anterior ectoderm more receptive to secretion from the optic vesicle. The above can be explained by which of the following phenomena? A. Instructive interaction only. B. Epithelial mesenchymal interaction. C. Permissive interaction. D. Induction and competence. Answer will be D. Induction and competence. Next question is, nerve cord in vertebrate is, so in vertebrate, nerve cord is ventrally present. In vertebrates, nerve cord is dorsally present. Now the next question, the main function of mammalian corpus luteum is to produce progesterone. So once there is an ovulation, the follicle, they form the corpus luteum, and the main function of the corpus luteum is to produce progesterone until the placenta start producing progesterone. Next question is, the sex of Borrelia viridis is dependent on. So it is not controlled by genetic or the chromosome level. It is actually decided by the environment. So if it lays if the larvae lays on the sea floor, they turned into female, and if falls on the female proboscis, it will enter the uterus and it will be converted to male. So it is controlled by the environment. Answer will be D. The change in the state of specification of I marginal disc of Drosophila to that of a different disc type is known as. So options are transdetermination, transdifferentiation, transformation, and transduction. The answer is A, transdetermination. Next question is, Sertoli cells are regulated by the pituitary hormone known as. So answer is B, FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. So the next question is, gases are exchanged in mammalian embryo in the options are amnion, hypoblast, chorion, or trophoblast. So the correct answer is chorion. The next question is, in the case of Xenopus laevis, which cells make up the nucleus center and Spearman's organizer. So mesodermal cells make up the poop center and endodermal cells makes the Spearman's organizer. So the correct answer is B, uh, mesodermal and endodermal respectively. So the next question is ingrailed expression in Drosophila melanogaster defines option A anterior margin of the segment, B anterior compartment of each segment, option C posterior margin of each parasegment, and option D posterior compartment of each segment. So the correct answer is D posterior compartment of each segment. Next question is urea originated by. So this question is partly incorrect. Insulin, we all know that it regulates glucose metabolism. So it controls blood glucose level. Adrenaline is epinephrine, epinephrine, and it is a it is also called as 3F hormone, that is fight, flight, and fright. So it plays a role during the stress conditions. And aldosterone, that is also a mineral corticoid, and it controls mineral and water absorption in the during urine formation. So this vasopressin, that is the antidiuretic hormone. ADH, that is the antidiuretic hormone. So it controls the renal urea production. So correct answer is vasopressin. Now the next question is in blood CO2 carbon dioxide is present in the form of. So CO2 in the blood, it combines with and it forms the carbonic acid, that is H2CO3. Now this H2CO3, because they are present in the blood, there are sodium and potassium ions present. This H2CO3 it is brought hydrolyzed to plus NH bicarbonate ion. So this bicarbonate ion combines with sodium or the potassium ion and is present in the form of sodium bicarbonate or the potassium bicarbonate in the blood. So the correct answer is A, sodium bicarbonate. Now the next question is skin is an accessory organ of respiration in human, frog, rabbit or the lizard. So the answer is B, frog. In frog, lungs, frog, lungs and the buccal cavity are the respiratory organs, respiratory cavity. So and besides that, skin is also an accessory organ of respiration in frog. Next question is which one of the following is regarded as a unit of nervous tissue? So nervous tissue, nerve cells are the basic unit. So nerve cells are called as neurons. So neurons are the unit of the nervous tissue. Next question is light rays entering the eye is controlled by. So the amount of light entering into the eye is controlled by iris. Now hyperglycemic hormone is hyperglycemic hormone is glucagon. What does glucagon do? When the blood glucose level are dropped, when they are lower than the normal level, then they upregulate the glucose level by mobilizing the tag triacylglycerol, tag mobilization, by glycogenolysis, or by or by promoting gluconeogenesis and various other ways. So it increases blood glucose level to normal when the blood glucose level drops in the blood. So that's why it is called as hyperglycemic hormone. Next question is chemical nature of juvenile hormone. JH is juvenile hormone. So the answer is A, terpenoid. It is a terpenoid in nature. Placenta secrete SCG, human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, HCS, human chorionic somatomammotropic, and relaxin. So the answer is D, all of them. Beside that, Placenta also secrete progesterone, that is the pregnancy hormone which is required to maintain the pregnancy. Now the next question is oral contraceptive inhibits ovulation, fertilization, implantation or sperm entering the vagina. So the correct answer is ovulation. Oral contraceptives inhibit ovulation. So the next question is a woman has a colorblind father. A colorblind father, it means she is a carrier. She'll be normal because color blindness is a recessive disorder, genetic disorder. So she'll be a carrier, and then but husband with normal vision. So the husband has this genotype XY. Now, what are the chances for the son and daughter to be colorblind? Now, uh, this probability of having daughter, the daughter will receive either X and this X, or this either will receive this. So in this case, the daughter will be normal, and in this case, the daughter will be a carrier. So the daughter will either be a normal or will be a carrier. So there is a zero chance for the daughter to be colorblind. And in case of son, either the son will receive this X chromosome or this X chromosome. So the genotype of the son will be either XY or XCY. So in this case, it will be normal, and in this case, the son will be colorblind. So there is 50% chance that the son receive. There is a 50% chance that either the son will receive this X chromosome from the mother or from this one. So the probability is 1 by 2. So the probability of the son being colorblind is half for the sons and 0 for daughters. The correct answer is C. Now, next question is in experiments on pea plant, Mendel did not use. So, Mendel did use seed shape. Seed shape, Mendel used 7 traits in his experiments. He used 7 traits, and so he used seed shape. The characteristics were round or wrinkled. Flower position, either the axial or the terminal, and seed color. Seed color also he has used. So seed color was either yellow or green. Pore length. This was not used by the Mendel. And so the correct answer is D. Instead, he used the stem length. That was tall or the dwarf. So these are the four characters. And fifth character was the flower color. Flower color. That was either violet or white. So, and next was pod shape, either inflated or constricted. Constricted. And the seventh one was pod color. That was either green or yellow. These were the 7 characters used by the Mendel. And the next question is the calculation of chi-square can be represented in expression as. So among these, if you see all these options, actually none is right. So the correct expression, the correct formula for chi-square is summation of observed minus expected square divided by expected. So this is the correct expression for chi-square. Now the next question is, which of the following is not a hereditary disease? So hemophilia and colorblind, they are recessive X-linked disease. Cystic fibrosis and the thalassemia are also hereditary disease. So in among these, cretinism is the right answer. Cretinism is caused by is a thyroid disorder. Thyroid organ disorder. It is caused by low level of. It is caused due to low level of thyroxine hormone. The distance between bacterial gene as determined from interrupted mating experiments are measured in units. So bacterial co-transduction experiments are done, and then it is the experiment is interrupted in some after some minutes, and then it is checked that the uh, transformed strain or the strain of which all genes have been transferred, so by checking their observed copy. So in that case, the distance between the bacterial gene are measured in terms of minutes. Now the next question is, 5 bacterial markers were followed for a co-transduction experiment. Now the following table document the observation of the experiment plus, which denotes a co-transduction. It means that those two genes are have been co-transduced and has been transferred, or both of them have been transferred together. Now, and minus denotes lack thereof, means minus indicates that that gene has not been co-transduced. Now NT stand for non-determinate. So here the signs are like this. Like for example, let's say for gal, arch and this STR, let's say it's streptomycin, they have been co-transformed, and so it means that they lie closely on the chromosome. So the sequence could be either, it could be gal, arch, STR. The sequence could be anything. Now we have to find out the sequence only. So leucine, okay, let's take a look. Okay, STR, it is not co-transformed with arch, but has been co-transformed with the leucine. So it means that STR and arch are not close enough, and STR and leucine marker, they lie close to each other. STR and leucine. Now if we see this arginine and this STR. So here it is a minus sign. It means that arginine and STR are not close together. Again, the same observation as we made over here. This is also minus and this is also minus. So it means it is not like this. Okay. So the arrangement is arginine, gal, and then S. Now from this we see leucine has been is co-transfused with streptomycin and the met. So it means this from this we have deduced that here also it indicates that streptomycin and the leucine marker, they are co-transfused, and similarly over here. So they lie next to each other, and the met methionine marker also lies close to the leucine. So met, and so if we see the sequence, it will be arch, gal, stromycin, leucine, and met. So from all these, the correct option is D. We can uh, do this by elimination method also. So if we see this STR and gal, they have been co-transduced, but gal and leucine, there is no information about it. Leucine and arch, leucine and arch, If we see this arch, it has not been determined, so we can't say anything about it. Arch and met, again not determined. Leucine and met, okay, co-transformed. Met and arch, met and arch determined, arch and so this is wrong because arch has not been co-transformed with str. So this is wrong. And similarly, if we see here this leucine and then str, leucine and str transform, then leucine, streptomycin and met. Streptomycin, so there's no information about it. And met and gal, met and gal. So they have not been co-transformed, met and gal. So this met and gal has not been co-transformed. So this is also a wrong option. So among these, this is if we like follow all the instruction, this is a condition which we come with conclusion. This we can't say because this has not been determined. Leucine and arch is not determined. Arch and met, this has also been not determined. So this could not be said with surety. So this D is the right option. Now the next question is amoeba was first described by. So the correct answer is C. Rosenhoff. Now the next question is the incubation period in Plasmodium vivax. So there are four main species of Plasmodium: Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium malarium, and Plasmodium falciparum. So all these have a different incubation period. As we can see, in case of falciparum, the incubation period is 12, whereas in P. malari, it has the highest incubation period of 28 days. Ovale has 17, and the incubation period P. vivax is actually 13 days. So, but but literature says that uh, it can even take uh, months. It can even take few months, up to 10 months. It can take even up to 10 months. The incubation period could be none. So, in that case, the answer should be 10 weeks. Now, next up to the incubation period is up to 10 months, like from a few months, like 4 months to 10 months. So in that case, the answer should be 10. Now the next question is, so it is actually phylogenetic classification. Phylogenetic classification. So phylogenetic classification, it was given by Angler and Brantley. So this John Ray actually gave this concept of species and genus. He John Ray has role in establishment of species. This is John Ray. He gave this terms species and genus. So he has role in establishment of species as the ultimate unit of taxonomy. Now he was the one who gave this definition of species, and he is also called as father of natural history. Now we say this Cuvier. Cuvier actually he is the founder of comparative anatomy, and he wrote an essay on the theory of Earth. So Cuvier is called as father of paleontology. He wrote an essay on the theory of the Earth, and John Ray he gave this concept of species and genus. He told that the species are the ultimate unit of taxonomy, and he is called as father of natural history. And lemma, he gave that the theory of acquired in theory of lemma is known for giving the acquired theory of inheritance of acquired character, that giraffe, the reason why the giraffe has this long neck. So he gave that theory of inheritance, inheritance of acquired characters, acquired characteristics. Acquired characteristics. Okay, so answer over here is phylogenetic classification was proposed by Engler and Fanti. Now the next question is, green hydra is known as Chlorohydra viridissimia, Hydra oligactis, Hydra vulgaris, or Pilomyxa. So correct answer is A. Chlorohydra viridissimia. Now the next question is organ pipe coral is. So organ pipe coral is actually tubivore. Now the next question is Annelida word is proposed by. So it is Ellis who proposed. Actually, she polls. He recognized Tinophores. He recognized Tinophores as a distinct groups. Alice, he recognized sponges. He recognized that sponges are actually animals. And this Gagenbar, actually there's a mistake. It is actually Gigenbor. Gagenbor, it's actually Gigenbor. So he proposed the term nematohelminths. Now, and so the Annelida word was proposed by Lemma. Now, the next question is Bipinaria is the larva of. So, answer is actually starfish. So, the larva of starfish is Bipinaria. Sea urchin, the larva of sea urchin um, is called as Echinopletus. And the larva of sea cucumber is called as Auricularia. Fan star is noted. Next question is all hemichordates are. So all hemichordates are exclusively marine. So hemichordates, then ctenophores, and the echinoderms. These three are these three phylums are actually exclusively marine. Now, in which animal girdles are absent? So the answer is all these are actually amphibians. So is that amphibian in which there are girdles absent. Parental care is the character of So actually, mostly birds and mammals. It is the character of mostly birds. Some reptiles, some fishes also you show. Yeah. So here the answer will be B. The next question is pectin is present in the eye of. So answer is here is bird. So although we can say that it is also present in some reptiles, so, but birds have this pectin present in the eye. Next question is exponential growth of a population is represented by dn by dt. So dn by dt, the rate of change of growth with time is Rn, where R is the growth function and N is the number of cells at the initial. Now, which plant is used as windbreak? So, the Delonix, Eucalyptus magnifera, or Prosopis. So, answer is D. Now, in which ecosystem is the autotroph fixed energy likely to reach the primary carnivore level in the shortest time, which means which actually the tropical answer is tropical rainforest. They have the highest productivity level. So in that case, the it will reach the primary carnivore level at the short. What is the primary limiting factor for aquatic productivity? So the answer is light. Light does not reach after a certain point, after a certain depth in the aquatic ecosystem, light doesn't enter, and that becomes an limiting factor for the uh, plant or the aquatic plant over there to photosynthesize. Now, father of ecology is, so in this case, actually, this is a wrong question. The father of ecology is actually Alexander von Humboldt. Alexander von Humboldt. So the Haeckel gave the term ecology. Okay, the father of ecology is Alexander von Humboldt. Haeckel coined this term. Um, Ernest Haeckel coined this term ecology. The next question, mycorrhiza. It is an example of symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic relationship when both the associated partner are mutually benefited. So if we see all these options, so we all know that lizard, tortoise, and crocodiles all are crocodile. They are all reptiles, and birds have birds have evolved from them, and it is said that birds are modern reptiles, and after that mammals. This, these represent the phylogenetic tree. So if we look all at all these, so here the mammal has been shown to close to these reptiles. So this is the wrong option. And here the birds are crocodile have been shown close. So this is also a wrong option. And if we see all these options here, mammals are shown close to reptiles. These are reptiles. So this is also wrong. So if we see this tortoise, crocodile, and then lizard, birds, and then mammals. So C should be the correct. Now the next question is population will not exist in hardy windbreak equilibrium. If if uh, these are the hardy windbreak has given this population equilibrium. So according to this, the population should be large, and there should be no mutation, and there should be no migration. So and the there should be the mating should be random. Okay, so it will not exist. For equilibrium to maintain, all these conditions should be maintained. There should be no migration. The population should be large, and there should be no mutation, and there should be random mating. So this is in. But if there is an if the here the question has been asked, will not exist. It will not exist if the individual mate selectively. So answer will be C. To maintain the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, they should mate randomly. Now the next question is genetic variation in population arises due to. So it arises due to recombination, it arises due to mutation. So the correct answer will be mutation as well as recombination. Now the next question is in a Hardy-Weinberg population with two alleles A and E. These are two alleles that are in equilibrium. So the frequency of allele A is 0.1. What is the frequency of individual with genotype AA? Now, according to Hardy-Weinberg law, A plus A, the frequency of two genotype is 1, and the frequency of 2. So, if A is 0.1, then the frequency of allele A is 0.9. Okay. So, the frequency of genotype A, it will be 0.9 into 0.9 is equal to 0.8. So, answer is B, 0.8. Now the next question is the most apparent change during evolutionary history of Homo sapiens is faced in. So options are loss of body hair, walking upright, shortening of jaws, and remarkable increase in the brain size. Correct answer is D. Remarkable increase in the brain size. Next question is in which era reptiles were dominant? So it was the Mesozoic era when the reptiles were dominant. Now the next question is correct order is. So if we see all these Archaeozoic, this is the wrong answer because Archaeozoic came before the Paleozoic, and Archaeozoic, Paleozoic and Proterozoic. This is also wrong because Proterozoic has come before the Paleozoic, and here Paleozoic, you can see this option is also wrong. Archaeozoic has come first. So this is the correct answer. Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and the Cenozoic. Let's look at the correct order of all these. So uh, the first era was Azoic, where there was no life, and after that comes the Archaeozoic. Archaeozoic means the primitive life, and after that comes the Proterozoic. After that comes the Paleozoic. After that, there was this Mesozoic era, and after that, it comes the Cenozoic. So, if we see along with this, the C option is correct. The insert size, bacterial artificial chromosome, they can insert a size of up to 50 to 300 kb. These artificial chromosomes they can contain up to 500 kb length of foreign DNA. Plasmid they can be used to clone up to 45 kb. Plasmid they have generally a very small range, usually up to 10 kb. Plasmid, so correct answer is plasmid, and clone only small fragment of DNA. Biodiesel is produced by option R trans-esterification, fermentation, high pressure, and esterification. The correct answer is A trans-esterification. Now, anti-cancer vitamin is option R A retinol, phylloquinone, thiamine, pyridoxine. So the correct answer is retinol, which is vitamin. Next question is DNA or RNA segment tagged with a radioactive molecule is called vector, prog, clone, plasmid. So plasmid we know is the extra chromosomal DNA present in the bacteria. Vector that is used as a cloning vehicle. Clone when clone is either that DNA fragment in which the foreign DNA has been inserted. So the if when a DNA or an RNA segment is tagged with a radioactive molecule, then it is called as prog. Answer is B. Bacteria generally used for genetic engineering is so options are Agrobacterium, Bacillus, Pseudomonas, and Clostridium. The correct answer is Agrobacterium. Agrobacterium tumefaciens. It actually causes the Crohn gall disease. Naturally, it causes the Crohn gall disease in the so it has been genetically engineered uh, to cause transmission. Agrobacterium it has this tDNA which during transformation it actually transfer it to the plants. So this property has been exploited and has been used for genetic engineering. So the following antibiotics produced by chemical synthesis. Option is A. Penicillin, streptomycin, tetracycline, chloramphenicol. So these are naturally obtained from bacteria, fungi, and say their semi-synthetic analog, for example, of penicillin are also available. But chloramphenicol is the antibiotic whose chemical synthesis has been achieved. So next question is which of the following promoter is not derived from agrobacterium? So there are multiple options. We can see this option over here. So this is CAMB, CA, this is CAMB. We may need not to know all these options, IPT, all these options of this bacterium. So one should we should know CAMB 35 S. So this is cauliflower mosaic virus. So this is actually obtained from the cauliflower mosaic virus. The chromatin has been obtained from cauliflower mosaic virus. So answer is A. Now the next question is maximum number of existing transgenic animals are of. So maximum transgenic animal belongs to mice. First human hormone produced by recombinant DNA technology is the answer is insulin. Human insulin is called as humulin. It was produced by Eli Lilly for the first time. What is the maximum RF value of any molecule in a paper chromatography? So, answer is actually one. So, RF value, if we see what is an RF value, RF value is distance distance traveled by the solute by the by an analyte divided by the distance traveled by the solvent. So in maximum it could be now in 1984 Bhopal gas tragedy was caused due to leakage of. So we all know that in 1984 there was Bhopal gas tragedy has taken in which thousands of lives has been lost. So in that was the tragedy was caused due to methyl isocyanate. Panosoma belongs to class. So the phylum Protozoa they are classified based on the presence of based on their locomotory organs. So Trypanosoma has flagella, so they belong to class Zoophalangia. Now the next question is ureters act as urinogenital duct in human males, human females, both male and female frog, or male frogs. Answer is D, male frogs. Which is not a true amphibian animal? Salamander, toad, frog, or tortoise. Tortoise is actually a reptile and not an amphibian. Limiting factor for the rate of biogas production is methane is produced, cellulose and starch. They are the substrate on which the enzyme act and does produce the uh, biogas. And so, cellulose is actually difficult to digest, is resistant to digestion by the cellulases. So, this becomes a rate limiting factor during the biogas production. Larvae of Bombyx mori is so answer is caterpillar. Now the next question is golden era of fishes is Devonian, Ordovician, Mesozoic, or Cenozoic. So Devonian is known as the golden era of Nepenthes is. So Nepenthes, if you know, it is an insectivorous plant. Insectivorous plant. So it insects to for meeting its nitrogen requirement because it is a plant, so it is a producer, and because it does it feeds on insects, so it is a consumer. So it is answer is C. It is a producer as well as consumer. Now next question: deforestation will decrease. So if there is a deforestation, because forestation has a role in causing rainfall. Okay, more the forestation, it will then more will be the rainfall. So deforestation will obviously decrease the rainfall. Okay, so deforestation will promote soil erosion. There will be loss of soil. So in this case, the answer will be D. Rain. Photoreceptor of earthworm occur on the Clitellum manians. Lateral size answer is dorsal surface. Next question: term genetic drift was given by. So the term genetic drift was given by actually Square Wright. Okay, so Hardy-Weinberg, it gives the equilibrium of Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium of population. Darwin, he gives this theory of evolution of struggle for existence and natural selection. Hugo de Vries, he gives theory of mutation. Darwin is known for species of origin. He gives his theory of natural selection. Struggle for existence and theory of nature. Hardy and Wood, we have already discussed. He gave the population equilibrium law. Who gave the theory of struggle for existence? So, as I told you, Charles Darwin, he gives the theory of struggle for existence. Okay, Hugo de Vries, he gives the theory of mutation, and Lemma, he gives the theory of inheritance. This also I have told theory of inheritance of he gave the theory of inheritance of acquired characteristics. So, and Wallace, he wrote an essay on the evolution and Darwin. So now the next question is the association between the two animals is in in which one is benefit, the other is put to loss. Is called as parasitism, where one is benefited and the other is at loss. So it is parasitism basically. Symbiosis when both are benefited. Okay, and in commensalism, one is benefited but the other is neither harmed or nor benefited. Socialism is when they live in communities. So socialism is shown by ants or the honeybees. So this is the case. Now answer will be parasitism when one like there are many pathogenic organism or this as there is many worms which lives in one's body, so they eat up the digestive material and may cause disease even. So that is the parasitism. Symbiosis. The example of symbiosis is when we have studied mycorrhiza and symbiosis. Lichen is an example of symbiosis. If we say commensalism, in commensalism, there's the sea anemone lives on the hermit crab. So in that case, the sea anemone is traveled by the hermit crab, and there's no loss to the hermit crab. Example of protective mimicry is so phylum, lanternfly, all the above. Callium, so answer is B. Callium. starting point of International Code of Zoological Nomenclature is. So among these, one has to start. So the answer, it was decided to start on the 1st Jan 1758. Now the next question, the last question is taxon between class and order is. So these are actually the secondary taxon. Okay, we all know the primary taxon: kingdom, phylum, then class, order, family, genus, species. All these are primary, but these are actually the secondary taxon. So correct answer over here is cohort. So this, if we talk, we all know that the primary taxon, this is the phylum or the division in case of plants. Then we have class, order, family, genus, and species. So the this cohort is a secondary taxon, and similarly between the family and the genus, this tribe case. Okay, and series is actually, it comes between genus and, okay, and grade is not. So these are secondary taxon, and cohort comes between the class and order. So this has been over, and this was the paper of 2016, and I have already put my videos for 2019 paper. Please do see that also, and I request you to subscribe my channel and share it with your friends for more such videos. Thank you so much.